Ava's husband is missing, but the dead are awake, and they want her next. In a world of fire, ash, and endless horror, survival is only the beginning. The film opens with the wedding of Ava and Mitch. They appear deeply happy, but that joy shatters when a recorded call from Ava is played, her voice trembling, terrified, as she pleads for someone's response. In the recording, she reveals that massive bomb blasts have struck America near the Tasmanian coast, reportedly killing nearly 500,000 people. In the aftermath of this devastation, Ava boards a flight to Tasmania to search for her husband. The other passengers share the same fragile hope, clinging to the belief that their loved ones may still be alive. News reports explain that an extremely powerful shock wave damaged people's nervous systems, causing countless deaths. Upon reaching the island, Ava volunteers for body retrieval operations. At the counter, an officer informs her that she cannot head south yet, as the area is still engulfed in flames. Being a physician, Ava insists she may be needed there. The officer then reveals that a body retrieval operation is underway, prompting Ava to officially volunteer. A captain later confirms that the rumors of the dead coming back to life are true, and that the military will handle such cases if encountered. He also warns that these revived victims move slowly. As Ava listens, memories of her life with Mitch flood her mind. During the bus journey, a man nervously asks a soldier if the dead are really alive, but the soldier brushes off the question, offering hollow reassurance that everything will be fine. As the bus moves forward through burning homes and a ruined city, the long journey finally comes to an end. The group reaches their destination, and all the volunteers begin searching for bodies so they can be buried with dignity. Ava, along with a few others, enters the abandoned Smith family house. She looks at family photographs and searches through the darkness for reanimated corpses. When she glances out of a window, she freezes in fear. Several bodies lie scattered in the garden, badly decomposed. She helps another woman retrieve the bodies, but the woman becomes overwhelmed by the horror and eventually walks away, making an excuse to quit. Photos of the dead are taken for processing, while other volunteers work tirelessly around Ava. During this time, Ava meets a fellow volunteer named Clay, who is equally focused on the task. Soon, Ava and Clay are seen working together, collecting bodies from different houses. Ava wears a mask, while Clay works without one. Ava witnesses people consumed by grief, those who have lost their loved ones during this catastrophe. After days of this horrifying work, they struggle to move the heavy body of a fat woman. When Ava notices the woman's wedding photograph, it triggers memories of her own wedding with Mitch. Despite everything, the volunteers function like a team, eating and living together. As the search continues, Ava notices a baby cradle, which painfully reminds her of her inability to conceive. Moving deeper into a house's garage, she sees blood-soaked footprints leading inside, then spots a woman hiding there, half transformed into a zombie. Ava calls out to Clay, who fires a signal flare to alert the soldiers. Ava locks eyes with the woman, and moments later, the soldiers arrive and kill her. Priests are then seen offering prayers for the dead before the bodies are dumped into a deep pit for burial. Ava and Clay watch the scene from a distance. Even at night, the military continues its search operations by aircraft. Despite all this, Ava remains determined to reach Woodbridge Enso Resort, where Mitch was staying. She checks a map and realizes the resort is nearly 200 miles away, but no matter how long the journey, she is resolute in reaching her husband. Later that night, Ava hears noises coming from below. When she reaches the staircase, she sees people running in panic. She heads toward the kitchen, trying to escape, but out there, a military officer spots her, calls out, and orders her to return to her room and rest. After this, we move into a party scene. While others drink, celebrate, and try to forget the horror around them, Ava sits beside Clay. He offers her a drink and strikes up a conversation, asking why she came to Hobart. Ava tells him that her husband was working in a town called Woodbridge. She also mentions the woman they found in the garage, insisting that she wasn't completely a zombie. There was still some humanity left in her. Clay, however, firmly believes that they are all already dead. Later, as Ava heads back inside the house, she suddenly sees Mitch appear before her, now fully transformed into a zombie who attacks her. Ava jolts awake in terror, realizing it was only a nightmare. She looks out the window to find that morning has already arrived. At daybreak, Ava and Clay enter a large garage. Clay is thrilled when he sees motorcycles, but Ava discovers several people who died while partying there. She learns that Clay used to ride dirt bikes and suggests they could reach Woodbridge on motorcycles, giving him a chance to ride again. Ava shows Clay the route to Woodbridge on a map. At that moment, a girl suddenly regains consciousness, already turned into a zombie. Clay agrees to the plan and goes to search for fuel, while Ava checks the wardrobe of a dead woman. Inside, she encounters a female zombie making disturbing noises through her clenched teeth. Clay notices Ava standing dangerously close to the undead and urgently warns her to move away. When he returns, they secretly slip past the military, pull out the bikes, and escape. Riding onto highways littered with wrecked vehicles, Clay rides at full speed, fueled by adrenaline, but suddenly slams the brakes when military vehicles appear ahead. They hide behind a car as Ava sees an undead creature approaching her. Just before it reaches her, the military shoots it dead. When Ava looks at the shot zombie, she briefly sees Mitch in it, but in reality, it is someone else, not Mitch. As they move closer to the bomb site, everything around them is blanketed in ash, the land reduced to lifeless ruins. The two stop to refuel their bikes at a deserted spot when they notice an undead creature moving toward them. They immediately jump onto the bike and speed off through thick clouds of smoke. Behind them, an undead crawls across the ground, but Ava and Clay manage to escape and eventually reach Hobart City, now severely destroyed and still burning. They stop again to refuel and enter a nearby store, where bodies lie scattered everywhere. Both of them wash their faces with water. Clay is completely exhausted, his body stiff with pain, and Ava, being a physiotherapist, helps ease his muscles. Suddenly, a massive and terrifying undead creature lurches toward them at full speed. Clay tries to fight it off, but as the undead attacks from dangerously close range, it seems certain that both of them will die. At the last moment, a soldier named Riley appears and shoots the creature, saving their lives. When the undead still refuses to stay down, Riley finishes it off with a knife. Riley then questions why they are there. Ava explains her body retrieval mission and reveals that she has come to search for her husband. The soldier locks Ava inside a room and takes Clay away for interrogation. Left alone, Ava breaks down in tears, remembering how her relationship with Mitch had slowly fallen apart. She eventually falls asleep, only to be awakened by footsteps. When Ava rushes to look, Riley returns alone and tells her that Clay has escaped, leaving her behind. Riley promises to help Ava reach Woodbridge, and she reluctantly agrees. The soldier takes Ava with him. But during the journey, Riley mentions that he needs to stop by his house to collect some belongings, making Ava uneasy. They soon arrive at the Bluebird area. Once they reach his home, Riley invites Ava inside for dinner, causing her suspicion to grow even stronger. During dinner, Ava notices family photographs of Riley placed there. Riley reveals that his wife Katie was 8 months pregnant, with only 2 weeks left before delivery when the catastrophe struck. He says he rushed home by helicopter, only to find his wife already dead. He buried her himself in a pit. When Ava asks when they will leave for Woodbridge, Riley replies that they will, but only if she agrees to one condition. Later, Ava wears Riley's wife's clothes but refuses to put on her wedding ring. Riley enters the room and states his condition. He wants her to dance with him. As they dance, Ava is overwhelmed by memories of a romantic dance she once shared with Mitch. And for a moment, it feels as if she is dancing with her husband instead of Riley. Suddenly, Riley notices that Ava is not wearing the ring and insists she put it on and dance again. Ava refuses, saying she has already done enough. When Riley tries to force her, Ava strikes him on the head and escapes into a room, locking and barricading the door. Inside, she discovers Riley's wife's corpse lying on the bed. Outside, Riley insists that his wife is undead and will wake up soon, begging Ava to open the door. Ava attempts to escape through the window and spots a set of keys lying on a table in the lounge. Riley sees her from the staircase and chases after her. Ava hides in the garage, but Riley follows with a torch. As the light spreads, Ava is horrified to see several female zombies chained up inside. Charts and measurements hang nearby, listing names, ages, and details. Clear evidence of Riley's twisted experiments. It becomes obvious that Riley has been keeping these undead women captive, and Ava is likely his next victim. Shocked but composed, Ava removes her ring and approaches Riley, pretending she wants to reconcile and act like his wife. She claims she lost the ring and offers to retrieve it. As Riley moves closer, Ava focuses on the keys hanging at his side. Suddenly, she pulls out a hidden weapon and stabs him to the death. Grabbing the keys, Ava starts the car, only to see Riley's pregnant wife, Katie, standing in front of it. Ava ignores her and drives off. As she escapes, Ava recalls a painful memory from before the disaster, a time when she and Mitch were arguing as he prepared to leave for Tasmania. Ava wanted to drop him at the airport, but Mitch refused, reassuring her that he would return in a week, words that now echo with heartbreaking uncertainty. Back in the present, Ava wakes up inside her car at dawn. She steps out, grips her weapon, and continues her journey toward Woodbridge on foot. Suddenly, a zombie attacks her, knocking the axe from her hands. She hides inside a car, but the undead follows her inside. Using an object she finds there, Ava manages to kill it. As she moves on, Ava comes across a camper van containing the bodies of an entire family. That night, the father reanimates. When Ava investigates the sound, she sees him calmly digging a grave. He appears peaceful, almost human, and Ava helps him bury his family. In him, she sees reflections of Mitch, which strengthens her resolve to keep searching for her husband. Afterward, the man asks Ava to kill him. She does so with her axe, buries him beside his family, and places their photograph on the grave. Eventually, Ava reaches Enso Resort, where people have died instantly, frozen in their final moments. She notices an employee of the month girl who has turned into a zombie but ignores her and heads straight to Mitch's room. There, she finds Mitch dead beside the bed, his skin burned and blackened. Ava discovers a young woman's ID card and sees Mitch's wedding ring removed and left in the bathroom, clear signs of his betrayal. Ava compliments her rival after seeing her photo, saying she was pretty. Devastated, Ava begs Mitch to wake up and answer her questions, but Mitch has already met his end after betraying Ava, taking his secrets with him. Just then, Clay arrives. The two sit together by the shore, where Ava opens up about her arguments with Mitch, her affair, and how she had confessed everything before he left for Tasmania in hopes of saving their marriage. Clay also shares his own pain, how his wife and daughter no longer wanted to stay with him. Afterwards, they spend time together at the resort, swimming, drinking, and smoking. In the end, Ava decides to say goodbye to Mitch with dignity. She removes her wedding ring, and together she and Clay attempt to push Mitch's body into the sea. Clay becomes sick and vomits over the corpse. They place Mitch's body onto a boat and send it drifting into the vast ocean. On their way back from Bluebird, Ava and Clay see Katie standing in the middle of the road. Ava gets out of the vehicle. Katie is no longer pregnant, her clothes stained with blood. Ava watches her closely, sensing she is pointing toward something. As Katie walks away, Ava runs in the indicated direction and finds a newborn baby lying on the rocks in the bushes, Katie's child. Ava takes the baby into her arms, and with that fragile spark of life, the film comes to an end. So guys, what did you think of this thrilling and emotional zombie apocalypse movie recap? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates. We'll be back soon with another exciting recap. Thanks for watching.